Hey people, it is Friday, January the 31st. It's currently 7:55 in the evening and about 1 degree Celsius. And I'm looking at the Devonian Pond here on the campus of Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly known as Ryerson University. See a few people making use of the rink. A couple of people with hockey sticks and a puck. And just various people just skating around, but I thought I would do something I haven't done in a little while on the east side of downtown. I'm going to do one of these zigzag style walks. I'll be walking along various streets that run north to south here in the east side of downtown, starting here on the university campus, but we'll make our way eastward as we zig and zag. I'll probably end up on Jarvis Street, would be my guess. So this is Gould Street we're currently walking east on, but I'll start my first zig right up ahead here at Bond Street. And as you can see, we still have a decent amount of snow lying around. We've been getting some consistent snowfalls the last few days that usually only accumulate about 2 or 3 centimeters, but it keeps adding on to the already accumulated snow, which was almost melted away. And today is quite mild, as I mentioned at the beginning, 1 degree right now, but it's expected to get much colder overnight, back to a more frigid sub-zero sort of temperature. So I don't think the snow will be melting away, at least for the next couple of days. So here is Bond Street. So this is still part of the TMU campus. Got a mixture of newer university buildings, academic buildings, and that sort of thing. There's some old buildings that predate the campus, some of which are now being used by the university and others which are not. This is an old synagogue, I think, which is now a Orthodox church. Another old church on this side too. It's a Lutheran church. And I think this is a Greek Orthodox church now, but it was a synagogue at one time. Bit of a gritty look to this part of Bond Street. Yonge and Dundas is just a stone's throw to the west of here. You can almost make out its glow. Let's continue south here along Bond Street. We'll cross Dundas. So new towers on the rise all over this part of downtown. And a better look at the lights over at Yonge and Dundas. There's my neighborhood burrito boys, because we are close to where I live right now. There are some notable historic buildings here on Bond Street. This is the Mackenzie House of William Lyon Mackenzie fame. It's now a museum. And this was built in 1858. It's nice that this house is being preserved. This is the first mayor of Toronto at the time. Got some other buildings here associated with St. Michael's Cathedral and St. Michael's Hospital. This is an overlooked gem. If it was on a more prominent street, it would probably be more well known. St. Michael's Choir School, located here. And I think across the street also, in this beautiful building. And there's the cathedral. Church Street is just the next street over. And the cornerstone was laid in 1845 for this building. Looks like it was completed a few years after that. Here's a new addition to St. Mike's Hospital under construction. I think it's a new emergency department. Plus several floors above that. I think it'll be 6 floors in total. They actually demolished an older building that was located on that site, an older brick building. Of about 6 stories also. We just crossed Shooter Street. Everything looks quite nice with the lighting at this time of day. Here's some of the other older buildings that make up St. Mike's Hospital. These ones were preserved. It's a huge hospital with various wings that have been built over the years. I really like the design of this particular section though. I'm glad that part was preserved, for now anyway. And Bond Street ends right up ahead where it meets Queen Street. But let's cut through the grounds here of another awesome old church. I think this is the Metropolitan United Church. Beautiful stained glass windows there. This is known as a very progressive church, and I believe the first gay marriage in Canada took place here about 20 years ago or so. There's some nice extensive grounds, quite peaceful at the moment. So we did a zig, now we're going to do a zag as we make our way north now along Church. I don't often walk through the actual grounds of this church. I think there was a plan at one time to build a residential tower on this parking lot. But I think those plans were put on the back burner. I'm not sure why. The tower was to be affiliated with the church, I believe. Alright, crossing Shooter again. This time going north. They did a good job, I think, with these recent builds here. Got the new location of Henry's camera store. And these old buildings were very, very nicely preserved. Not much in the way of retail, though. Looks like a dental office is going to be located right there. I guess it's better than nothing. This is the rectory of St. Mike's Cathedral. It's almost as big as the church itself. Very old townhouses here. I think these are among the oldest in the city, right beside a brand new project. And I'm sure more retail and restaurants will be opening along here, just as they have across the street at this new build. Got a Tahini's now, Odd Burger, which is vegan fast food. I have yet to try that. I'm not vegan, but I am vegetarian. And a new Krispy Kreme location. And this old bank building was preserved here, former Sterling Bank of Canada. For years, this was a pizza at this corner. I suppose something else will be opening there eventually. All right, I'm going to cross here. Pretty lively on the streets of the east side right now. We're back at Dundas. Guy just couldn't wait another second. He had to run through the intersection. All right, now I think we want to diverge a bit from the zigging and zagging right here. Instead of continuing up Church, I'll take Dalhousie here. Let's look south. So I just recently did another video where I walked along that southern block of Dalhousie. So I don't think I want to repeat that already. I think we'll take this up to Gould and then go south down Mutual. Looks like they're digging the pit for another new tower here. It was originally proposed to be a condo tower, but I think plans have changed and it might be a rental building now. This will be over 50 stories, about as tall as its neighbors you see there. Now that the condo market has sort of tanked in the city, I think a lot of these proposed towers that have already gotten approval will be switching over to become purpose-built rentals. This is a new pizza place. Or at least it's new to me. Let's check out the menu. $15.99 for a small veggie pizza. I wonder how small their smalls are. This is the TMU campus again. We're walking by the old merchandise lofts building, which used to be a Sears warehouse. And now it has upscale lofts. EDM artist Deadmau5 used to live in this building. I think he moved out to the country some years back. Had enough of city life, I guess. Here's the Metro that I usually go to more than any other grocery store. All right, and here is Mutual Street. So we're going south again. I guess this is a Zig. If we're going south, it's a Zig. If we're going north, it's a Zag. Still walking past this giant merchandise lofts building. There's another pizza place I have yet to try. I've heard really good things about this one, Afro's. I think a food blogger from the States came to Toronto to sample our various restaurants and went to that place and gave it very high marks. back at Dundas. A nice selection of restaurants all along here, all the way back over towards Yonge Street. There's like 24-hour convenience stores also. It's a really handy location if you live in the area, as I do. These towers are relatively new. Mutual Street has gone high-rise in a big way. I'm not sure if much retail or restaurants will be coming to the base of these buildings, though. This is a side street, not so much a main street. I'm not sure if they're properly zoned to open restaurants or retail on streets like this. I would say no, because normally a sizable building such as this would have something on the ground floor if it was on a main street, like a coffee shop or a Rexall, Starbucks, and sometimes something cooler.
I think that we haven't seen each other.
All right, we're back at Shooter. So I think that's as much of Mutual Street as I'll walk along. It does continue for another block to the south, where it ends at Queen. But let's head over to Jarvis. We'll do our last zag of the video. All right, and northward we go. I'm a big fan of these old townhouses. Got this new hotel on one side, and another soon-to-be construction site on the other end of the townhouses. It's going to be a very tall tower, as you can see in the rendering. hasn't begun construction yet, though. Haven't heard of any sign of any imminent start to that project. They did tear down the building that was there, which was the old Grand Hotel, which is a high-rise bunker-like hotel, which I think was formerly an office building for the RCMP. It's about 17 stories, solid concrete. And it took about a year and a half for them to demolish the building, starting from the top and just basically chipping away at it floor by floor, all the way down to the ground. I think after all that effort, they'd want to get this new project underway, but it's been sort of dormant for a couple of years now. Looks like the site is ready to go. We're at the corner of Dundas and Jarvis. This is the final zag of the walk. So I'm going to start to wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed this Friday night zigzag walk on the east side of downtown. Started on the TMU campus at Devonian Pond. And then we zigged along Bond Street and zagged along, what was it, Dalhousie or Church? A bit of Church, then Dalhousie. And then Mutual Street, and then Jarvis Street. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the walk, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also make sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.